Hey there, mentors. Alan Beffert checking in. You already know who I am because I've done a bunch of these. So here I am back. This is probably our last video of this spring semester, and just wanted to again thank you guys so much for all that you're doing. The response has been unbelievable. This has been just a complete and total home run thanks to you and your investment and what you've been doing. And so our semester is winding down. You guys, the college students only have probably 2 or 3 more weeks left here in Fayetteville before their summer starts, and a lot of them will have tons of plans. They'll be going all over the place this summer, and so we're excited for what they're going to do, and some of them might still be here, but want you guys to know that it's really the last few weeks we have with these kids to encourage them and to make the most of your time together, to remain faithful. I encourage you to remain faithful with staying and meeting and going through your content and spending time talking and praying together. Their life will get busy, they'll get overwhelmed, and I think it's important for us to continue to encourage and make the most of this opportunity. So really push them to do that, and really make sure you guys engage and invest well these last few weeks before the summer and before finals really kick off. But what I wanted to share with you today is one, I wanted to give you a little heads up that things will be winding down, and then I want you to look in 1 Thessalonians 2:8, or you don't have to look and I'll just read it to you, but 1 Thessalonians 2:8 kind of gives us 2 things that are really important for us to remember moving forward with this mentor program. Paul is writing, and he says, "Having so fond an affection for you, we were well pleased to impart to you not only the gospel of God, but also our own lives, because you had become very dear to us." There's 3 really important things I see in that. One, that he had a fond affection for, and that they were very dear to Paul, that he loved the Thessalonians. And so what a first and great thing for us to look at is, do we have a love and a care for our students? I have no doubt that after spending an entire year, or 6, 8 months now with your student, that you have developed a love and an appreciation, and they are very dear to you. And so from that, then, Paul says they were well pleased to impart the gospel and also their lives. And so let's look at the fact that he imparts the gospel, and it's really a question of us looking at our own hearts and going, do I really know what the gospel is, and has it changed my life? And so I would encourage you to kind of wrestle with that personally, and then bring that up. Maybe that's something for you guys to discuss and say, hey, let's talk about our testimony, what it means that the gospel has changed our lives, and what is the gospel? I mean, the most basic answer I can give you on the gospel, and I think it's one of the most complete but most simple ways to understand the gospel, is God, man, Christ response. And it's who God is, holy, perfect, high above all things, man, that we are fallen and sinful and really don't deserve much. God, man, Christ, who Christ is and what he did on the cross, the sacrifice he made to redeem us and pay for our sins, and then in turn response. It's what our response is to Christ in response to what he's done, and that we are called to give him our hearts inwardly, that he becomes Lord of our life, and then outwardly we choose to live for him and live in mission to the world and reach the world around us. We really see that response part come out in the goal of this ministry, the goal of this mentor program, which is to see kids and college students and adults alike connect, grow, serve, and multiply. We feel like all 4 of those fit perfectly in this idea of response. So it's really just a short, simple package of the gospel, and something I think all of us have to look at personally. Like, what do you believe? Is that true in your life? Has the gospel changed you? Are you responding to what God has done for you? And then in turn, what a great question and conversation to have with your student. What is the gospel? What do you believe? What's your testimony? What's your kind of spiritual journey with God? And walk through this gospel idea. And then it says that they were also there to impart their lives. Not only the gospel, but also their lives. And I love that picture, that it wasn't just some teaching or transfer of information, but that it was a life commitment to each other. And that Paul was like, I'm going to impart my life to you. You're going to see who I am and watch me and live with me, and we're going to enjoy our time together and build a friendship and a relationship. And so I'd really, really, really encourage, if you haven't taken some time to get to know your student outside of your meetings, to invite them into your life, invite them into your world, and go be a part of theirs. If that's having them over to dinner with your family, then do that. This is a great time as the semester winds down to have a chance to do that, or have them come with you to a soccer game or a soccer practice, or it could be anything. It could be running errands. Hey, I'm going to Hobby Lobby and I need somebody to come with me. Would you have some time this afternoon? Like, I mean, what a great way to impart your life, not just the transfer of truth information, but also of love and the fact that you can show an example of what God's done in your life. So just what a great picture in 1 Thessalonians 2:8 for us, to love deeply, to impart the gospel, and then also to impart our own lives, to build relationships. And so I hope that you're doing that. I hope that you're investing well with that, building relationships. So let's finish strong these last couple weeks. Please, please, please don't bail out early. And then the last thing, you should be getting an email from me in the next couple weeks that'll link to an evaluation. We want to evaluate the program as a whole. We want to evaluate our college students, and then also evaluate our mentors. And so we'd love for you to reply back to that email and fill out that evaluation. The evaluation will be online, and it doesn't really work on your iPad or your iPhone, so you're going to have to be on a computer to fill out the evaluation. But would really like to get your input back on that. We are still in the first stages of developing this program, and we're trying to learn what works and what's good and what's bad. So please take some time to think through that, pray through that, and would love, love, love to have you get that eval back to us probably by the middle of May, by May 12th or maybe May 15th. So please get that into us. Love you guys. Thank you so much. As always, if you have any questions or anything you need, let me know. Bye.